Zenith, the VR game where enemies drop noodles and the force is always with you. Zenith is a VR MMORPG that takes heavy inspiration from Sword Art Online, but for some reason, it includes a logout button. It was released just a few days ago on Thursday, January 27th, and I couldn't get in because the servers were overloaded. Zenith VR released on Friday, January 28th, and quickly amassed tens of thousands of players. One of them was me. And I spent hours doing quests, grinding events, and encountering extremely interesting bugs.
Where am I?
And when I reached level 20, an idea popped in my head. Zenith lets you go anywhere. You see that? You can go there. That's what makes this game stand out. No limits and no boundaries. So I set out what no sane human has the patience to do. Find the highest point in the entire game. Here's how it went. Finding the highest point in Zenith isn't even that difficult. All it takes is one look around the starting area and you'll find a bunch of mountains. And one of these mountains has to be the highest. It only took one look up to find the highest mountain in the area. So, I climbed it. All the way to the top.
I think that we can go either way. We're gonna go this way now.
Now you can't just climb infinitely. Zenith has a stamina system. The more you climb or the more you jump, the more your stamina will run out. And when your stamina runs out, you have this yellow aura around your screen and you need to wait before you keep going. You'll be unable to climb or jump or even sprint. Now you might ask, wouldn't you just fall down the mountain once you run out of stamina? Well, no, you don't. Pretty much any slanted surface over 30 degrees you can stand on. And this makes a challenge like this possible in the first place. So I was definitely keeping an eye on my pathing. Because if I went to a part of the mountain that was too steep, I might have just slid down the mountain entirely. But that doesn't mean it was easy. Because since this game came out just a few days ago, there are a lot of bugs. And only 2 minutes in, I already encountered one.
Whoa. Whoa. The textures. Am I inside the mountain?
And this is a bug I've never even seen. Every object became a collisionless texture, and I fell straight through. Now I've tested this game out, and I've walked off the edge to see what happened, and I usually just die and respawn. So when the loading screen came on, I was fully expecting to just be respawned back at the plains. But I was waiting for quite a long time. So I sat there, waiting, and waiting. And then I respawned?
Pause. What the heck is this?
No, I didn't have any health. I was just stuck in the void, under the map. And I wasn't able to respawn either. And it's not like the server was even broken, because when I looked up, I could see people fighting in the caves. I was just in awe. But after a little bit, I decided to get out of here. Let's try fast traveling back to the plains. But I was still stuck.
Yeah, I am stuck here. I am in limbo right now.
So, I didn't really have a choice, but I had to restart the game.
We have no choice. We have to get out.
So I logged out and tried to log back in, but apparently I was still in the game? And I started to get really worried at this point. The last thing I wanted was for my character to be locked in that limbo forever.
I really hope I did not break the game.
So, I actually had to restart the game. And when I tried to log back into the server, it worked. And everything was perfectly fine. Except I ended up leaving my cursor on screen. There's nothing really I could do about it now, but, the show must go on. And now, an intermission.
Bro, you wanna hear your mama joke? Your mama is so fat when they like snapped her fingers showing lost some weight.
Oh my god, that was actually
so
good.
Fat when she ordered a waterbed, they put a blanket over the ocean.
Oh my god.
Your mama's so fat she was born the attack on.
We're gonna leave and go try again. What the heck?
So I was back on it, going to the top. And we climbed, with no troubles.
It's cool. Wow, that's high. We are officially above the beacon start for the events. That's very cool.
We were actually able to reach the top of the mountain. But I looked behind me and there was more to go. When I tried to go towards it, it was fake. The highest point of this mountain was just collisionless, so I couldn't actually get there, and this was the peak. So I looked down on the world below to take in the view, and I saw something. A taller mountain. And I had to find the highest point in the game. So after a quick little side mission of figuring out if these floating islands were real, I climbed once again. And this mountain didn't give me nearly as much trouble, although I did start climbing instead of jumping since that was more stamina conserving. And then we made it to a similar situation just like before. We were at a point just below the peak, and there was still the bigger part of the mountain to go. I was really hoping I wouldn't just go through it like last time. So I took the risk and I didn't. And we were actually able to climb to the peak of this mountain. The final stretch to the peak. But we're just gonna jump. We're just gonna take our jumps one at a time. One more jump. And there it is. Right here. And while I was looking around and trying to match these unrendered places with what I thought their locations really were, I spotted a third mountain. And I promise it's the last one. So my journey wasn't over yet, and we were on to the third and final mountain for now. And I had a little bit of trouble with this ledge here, but we made it out safely. And I found where I landed and started to climb back up. And there wasn't really much to say about this one. It's just the same as before. A few hiccups with the collision, but you eventually can find your footing. So it was back to climbing again. Truly are testing Zenith's limits right now. And just 34 minutes in, I did it. I reached the highest point in the game, to my knowledge at least. I haven't gone through the entire game, I'm only level 20, so I haven't actually explored like the entire back half of the map. And there definitely could be something there that's taller, so I might actually have to revisit this topic down the line. But for now, I look down to see how far I just came. And something I realized throughout all this is that the minimap actually shows you on a Z-axis. I didn't get it here, but when you look at where you are on the map, your cursor will stick out really far. It's a really interesting thought. So after I got my fill, what else could I do but dive straight down? It wasn't the most exciting thing because there is a speed cap, but it was still fun. And I did find a place that I never actually been to yet. And that's it. We did it. We reached the highest point in the game. It was honestly really fun. I love exploring games like this. Especially with the idea that you look there and you can go there. It truly is a magical experience to just find the highest point and look down on the entire world, even if it's unrendered. Testing the game's limits is my name, and we're gonna keep going from here. We'll find more things to do, even if it's revisiting this topic. I'm here to give you a new perspective on this game.